Welcome back, everybody. Today I got a big story for you guys. So this is the hero that was promised. Now, I haven't done a lot of testing because I haven't really had time. Everything has been it's been so quick. Basically, let's just get straight into it. LTXV, video generation, fully supported in ComfyUI. It's another day one support release. Actually came out yesterday, but I was working all day, didn't even notice it. And suddenly I was like, hang on a minute, what's this? If you don't want to miss my next video, hit that subscribe button, because YouTube ain't going to tell you. So I've dedicated the entire day to this, and I'm very happy to release my first workflow version pack on this model. Also, I want to show you how to get it set up. I want to show you the workflows and how to use them, because I got quite a few improvements on there. But I got to stress this straight from the outset. It's almost real-time video generation. If you used Flux Dev in the past, which is currently the best image generation model, this is quicker than that. So we're talking 7-8 seconds for 2 seconds of video. That's not bad. 768 by 512. Obviously, you can use a conventional video upscaler to take it up a little bit if you really want to, but I think they look great as they are. I've done a few bits on top as well. So I'll just explain what that means. So the first thing that I did was I actually collected all of the full-length video prompt examples, and then I built out a prompt generation module using ACE-HOLOFS. So if you've seen my channel before, you'll know that I use something called adaptive capacity elucidation, or elicitation rather, and a holographic file system. Those two things go together to essentially allow you to use things like Claude or ChatGPT to create a persistent, on-demand file system. Regardless of what all that means, essentially we've created 110 video prompts which are fine-tuned for this particular video model. Like I said, it came out yesterday, so it's very new, it's very fast, and the quality looks great. Now, I'm sure that we can improve it, but with it being so quick, I decided the testing is, making a load of videos and stuff like that, that's not going to take any time at all. So what I did was I dedicated the time towards explaining and making this pack for you guys. So the first thing we're going to do is explain what you're going to need and how you get started. So let's do that first. So this is my article. You'll find it on CivitAI, and there'll be a link in the description. So also there's a link to my workflow pack, which includes the default examples from Comfy and the author of the model. And then there's also the CivitAI link, which is the model page itself. And as you can see, this is a 2-second video with text to video. And here is a image to video using one of my images. And it's made the little ship explode, which is what I asked for. So I couldn't be happier with this. The description here is the same as what's on my GitHub version. The GitHub version is basically explaining everything which I've just laid out. Okay, there are some, prompt lists in the main pack. So I'm not quite sure where they've ended up. They're probably on the other GitHub. Like I said, there's links to everything and all that good business. So I'll let you read in your own time. Let's get on with how to set this up. So the first thing you're going to need, obviously, is the checkpoint. That goes into ComfyUI models checkpoints. The second thing you're going to need is T5XXL in FP16. You've probably already got it because it's a Flux text encoder. If you haven't, just download that and put it in ComfyUI models clip. The text encoder that comes from the author, because there are 2 sets of example workflows. Currently, I've only bothered using the main ComfyUI one because that's using this text encoder. But if you want, you can try out the PixArt XL2 1024ms text encoder. I didn't check the SHA-256 to find out if they're the same thing. I'm assuming they're not because, it comes from a different repo. But essentially, this one's a little bit trickier. So when you're in your ComfyUI folder, you're going to want to do this command, which I've left in the article. Like I said, the article's in the description, the link for this article. And because it comes in 2 parts, you have to clone using this command. So you clone, so you're in ComfyUI, you open the terminal and just click and paste, copy and paste this, and it's going to clone the entirety of that into that folder for you. Okay, now I'll admit, I haven't used this because I got such great results using T5XXL. Like I said, this is native support for ComfyUI. Make sure you update your Comfy. So we're going to take a look at the more information links last. And also I've given, explanation of where I've gotten these from. All right. But ultimately, I've already got my workflows in the pack and up and running. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump over to my workflow pack, which is the XODA LTXV video pack. Here it is. There's the first two images. That's one for, like I said, text to video, image to video. They both took, like I said, the first cold start might take a minute, but after you've got it loaded in memory, we're talking 7 seconds for a 2-second video, which is that is groundbreaking. Nothing else is this fast. That's actually quicker than Flux Schnell, okay? In many cases, obviously, you might be using 4-step. I tend to use 12 or higher. But generally speaking, being able to get video as quick as you would normally get video as quick as image is just unbelievable. So you've got to get your hands on this. This is, like I said, this is like the next big thing in my opinion. So here we are. We've got a breakdown. It's exactly the same as the GitHub. So essentially, here's the overview. I'm not going to waste your time reading through all of this, but I would draw attention to the fact that there's a link to the article here. There's a link to my the GitHub version here. Oh, wait, that's the base prompt. So let's just take a quick look at that real quick. So as you can see, this is the ACE-HOLOFS. So if you want to generate some prompts, what I've done is I've open sourced my PromptGen. It's pretty simple because it's just a very complicated, well, you say complicated, but it's actually very easy to set up. What you do is you open up a Claude project and then you use the contents of artifacts. So all of these files in the artifacts folder, all of those go straight into the project knowledge, all right? And then the custom instructions, you use this as the first. So you have like a custom instruction, which is an option when you set up Claude projects. We'll take a quick look at that in a second. In fact, why not? Let's just do it right now. So if I go to Claude.ai and I just go to my projects and I just go to the LTXV video PromptGen, this is how I've got it set up. So again, I dropped in all of those files and then I copied the contents of that one document in here. All right. And that's it. From here, you can pretty much just start using it. Now, just to give you a brief rundown, if I have a look at the first prompt, which I actually typed, because this will confirm that you have set it up correctly, please confirm ACE-HOLOFS is set up and all the required project files are available and dynamically mapped. And what it'll do is it'll go through a checklist, make sure that it's loading the full examples, it's load the project manifest that dynamically links all the instructions and populates the new holographic file system, because that's what ACE-HOLOFS is. It has the video prompt system rules and then the project instructions, which are, as I say, we go back here, they're just copied straight in here. All right, you don't need to add them there, but you can, but you don't need to, like I say. So like I say, that's that. I want to get that out of the way quickly because some people are sort of like, pain, oh, the pain. But you might not even want to use this, but I've given it away. So this is it, and there's full instructions here on how it works. Just so you know, that is the holographic file system structure. So it's not, you put them in flat file. All right, that's the whole reason why we've got the manifest. Anyway, I've covered that all in previous videos. So let's get back onto this part. So taking a look at the my video pack on GitHub, it's the exact same thing, all right? We've got the example workflows from the author and from Comfy, all right? And then we've got my versions here and here. So let's dive into my workflows real quick. No, spoilers, that's something else. Right, here we go. So this is the basic text to video lines. And as you can see, all I've done is add a few creature comforts. So the first thing I've added, obviously, because we've got those 110 prompts that you can use, we've added in the Zenkai prompt node from my DJZ nodes, and that's going to include all of the prompt lists that I have. But if you go to LTXV, you'll see these are the prompt lists which I've built with my PromptGen. I've got dialogue close-ups, emotional moments, interior character movement sequences, nature landscape, photorealistic scenes, police crime, professional workplace, science fiction scenes, superhero and surrealist. Those last ones, those are experimental. The rest of them are fine-tuned off of the video full text, which is a compilation of all of the demo prompts. I believe I left a little thing on the Hugging Face in their community posts because I wanted people to know about that, but I think you can't see it because I closed it. Nice and yeah. So there we go. So here I was basically trying to tell people about that. And if I come back over to the PromptGen, we've looked at the PromptGen. Let's go back to the workflow. Here we go. So if I'm looking at this right here, this is going to send a positive prompt. I'm not changing the negative prompt because that's part of the ComfyUI example. I think if it works, we'll keep it. It's open-ended, so there's no real need to change it, I don't think. I'm going to be using 49 frames, 768 by 512. I did notice it came with 25 as the frame rate for the conditioning. I don't know if there's a specific reason for that, but the author said 24 frames, and also it was set to save a WebM, so we've changed that out for the video helper suite, so we actually are making H.264 MP4 at 24 frames. My project file path generator is there so that you will find your results in output, XODA, text to video for text to video workflow, and then the file names all start LTXV. And obviously, when we look at the image to video version, it's going to be the same sort of thing. XODA image to video subfolder, and there's a project name. Now, the reason I do that is so that I can organize my runs. So I've done that on this one as well. You can see LTXV testing. So you can type whatever it is in here for the particular project you're working on, and then it's going to organize them further by subdirectory. So it's all about not having a million images in one folder. With it being video, that's even more important because you don't want to be sat there waiting for all these thumbnails to load, and sometimes hard drives get a bit funny. So having them all split into subdirectories really helps. We've obviously used T5XXL FP16, and here's the model being loaded there. In the scheduler, I'm going to be doing testing with max and base shift because I know a bit about this from experimentation with Flux. I don't know if the same rules apply, but future workflows will probably benefit from the results of that research. So also the CFG is a bit low here, but again, I mean, it doesn't look bad. And to be honest, when you make something like this in 7 seconds, I mean, there's got to be a trade-off somewhere, right? So that's pretty much it. You know, it's quicker than most image generators, and it makes you solid video. Can't ask for more than that, really. So again, with the video, image to video version, I've got an image which I made from one of my fine-tuned models here. So it's definitely not in the model. All right. And we've just gone with a pretty simple prompt. I'm not using my PromptGen for this, although it is available for you to just hook up. If you don't know how to do that, you right-click the positive prompt and you click on Convert Widget to Input, Convert Text to Input, and then you'll be able to hook it up from string to text, just in case you didn't know that and you're new to Comfy. So the default is 97, the length is 97. And so, like I said, that's probably 4 seconds. But when I was testing it, I decided to put it to 2 seconds. So it's the length there that you might want to change if you want to get a longer generation. I haven't tested more than 94, so just, you know, be careful. I'm sure it's not going to harm anything. Everything works perfectly. Make sure you update your Comfy and check the logs too, because sometimes it'll say it's updated when it didn't. So you've got to make sure that it actually did update, all right? Because I saw people having trouble with that. Now, obviously, steps, if you increase the steps, you might get more quality, but it's going to take a lot more time. So I would imagine 60 steps is going to take about 20 seconds, I would imagine. I don't know if there's diminishing returns on the speed here, so I really couldn't say if it's linear or not. But like I said, I'll have more information for you, most likely tomorrow as we do an update. Might even do a little bit of a live stream because it's so quick. I could probably hook up my new streaming box and capture the main PC, and then we'll get a really good video session going. So there's no real changes here other than the fact that text to image is using the empty latent video, and the image to video is using this image to video node here, which is essentially like, I guess, a video VAE, right? So encoding. So this is doing the encoding, and that provides the latent scheduling, which goes through to the sampler and then decodes. And like I said, it's super fast. As a matter of fact, do you know what? Why don't we just do it right now? So how about we just show how quick this thing is? So are we? Yeah, we're already loaded. Look, off we go. And as you can see, 5, 6, there we go. We did it in 8.35 seconds, and we've got another video, just like that. Now, like I said, this is currently the leader. This is the fastest for the quality that we're getting out of any video model that you can run locally, hands down, no contest. So you definitely need to get your hands on this if you're into video generation, or you just wanting to dabble with AI a little bit. This is your boy. So, and like I said, it has image to video support. So, I mean, like I said, this is going to take a bit longer because, as I say, it's going to be doing twice as many frames as the last workflow. But again, as we can see, it's going to happen almost in real, well, it is in real time, obviously, but previous methods took between 5 and 20 minutes, depending on the settings. So this is huge, absolutely huge. And so now we've taken a look at these workflows. Like I said, you can grab these and have a look for yourself. We're going to get an explosion. No explosion? I guess it's exploding the clouds. So image to video is always a bit more of a challenge than text to video. I like text to video a lot more than image to video, but it does work. It is animating the clouds. So I did ask for an explosion in the background, and the first one I got it, but it was only just the plane exploding. So anyway, let's now move on to the next section. All of these links are going to be in the description for the video, and you can find them on the article or the model pages or the GitHub. I've tried to put all the links in as many places as possible because I don't know where you guys are going to click in and jump into this. So this is the actual author, LightTricks.com, and this is their model, LTXV. So let's just scroll down a little bit. Faster processing and rendering times, you can say that again. Scalable long-form video production, going to be making some chain video workflows that can just make take the last frame and keep going. That's the plan. But obviously, until those workflows are tested, I can't really say much more than that. And as you can see, we're getting unparalleled quality. And I don't believe these are even upscaled. These are just standard outputs, as far as I can tell. So maybe they doubled the steps or changed the CFG. I don't know. I'm going to be doing a lot of research tonight to find out what the best settings are, and those will be in my newest updates. So be sure to keep an eye on the article and keep an eye on the XODA pack, because I'm going to be continuously updating that. And also on the GitHub as well. I try to keep everything, because some people just git clone from my workflows pack. Some people are just git cloning and getting all of my stuff in one go. So you can find it down here, the XODA LTX, right? So like I said, thank you very much to LightTricks for releasing this open source model. Bloody amazing work. Honestly, this is like a huge light years leap forward for video generation. So let's just continue. Here we have my GitHub post. So let's just go back there and go back again. We want to go to the actual repo, and we've got a lot more examples here. This is where I collected the prompts I used to fine tune my prompt generator. So it's only 16 prompts which I've used to do that. So it is possible that we could actually improve the generations even more. But these are the only examples I had to go off of. And I think I've done a pretty good job with that, but we'll see, won't we? Then we go to their main GitHub, which again has the same examples. A little bit of example here. If you don't use ComfyUI and you're a CLI guy, you want to do everything and build, maybe you want to build something out, there's more information for you there. There's some more tips here too as well. And like I said, it gives examples on different resolutions. So we are going to be doing a lot of testing, and there's going to be a lot of new workflows coming out in the pack. And then we have the ComfyUI dedicated GitHub, which has got a little bit more examples because they do have some custom nodes. Obviously, I believe that we're using those, but I've used the native setup. So I do fancy taking a look at this because it looks like they're using NVIDIA's Align Your Steps. I can't be sure. Let's just take a quick look here. So it does look like got random noise. There's shift sigmas. But I think that the ComfyUI native setup is very similar. So I'm not too, I don't think it's too crazy. I think it's about right. And then here is the ComfyOrg post on this. So again, all of the links are in my article. Most of the links are going to be in the video description. And that is all we have. So thank you very much for watching. Be sure to look in the description because there's going to be all the information there. Come over to Civit, and if you're a GitHub user, you can grab my pack from my DJZ workflows on the Mushroom Fleet GitHub. So that's it, guys. That's everything. Be sure to check out. There's going to be more updates on this, so keep an eye out. And this video is going to be embedded right here on Civit. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.